Hi, and welcome to Cedar Mini. We are a mum and bub duo documenting our creative play and art journey together. We show you simple and budget-friendly ideas to foster yours and your child's imagination. Come and see what we're making today. On today's episode, we visit the Art Gallery of New South Wales to check out the Matisse Life exhibition. And we also walk through the Royal Botanic Gardens to enjoy another sunny day in Sydney. Morning. Parking in Sydney and in the CBD, or Central Business District, is expensive, so if you're visiting and renting a car, expect to pay these rates for street parking. The Royal Botanic Garden is a heritage-listed botanical garden, event venue and public recreation area located at the Sydney CBD in New South Wales. It has beautiful grounds and surrounds composed of several gardens which are also pleasurable to walk through. Today, we walk through the lower garden areas which lead toward the city's breathtaking harbour. As we approached one of the garden entrances, Minnie sped to the fountains as if he wanted to jump into the pool of water.
For a swim. Come on.
Let's go.
The gardens also host events and exhibits throughout the year, so it is always worth checking out the website to see what fun activities they have during the different seasons. My husband and I have walked through these gardens many times, and we enjoy the relaxing walk and atmosphere. But visiting with our now very mobile toddler has been an experience on its own. I loved watching him run and explore the gardens with his young and observant self. Talking about observations, we also spotted a decently sized lizard just lazing about one of the garden walkways.
Only in Australia, lizards.
And Minnie, throughout our walk, have spotted numerous drains, as this is his current fascination. Anyway, as we continued on our walk, we found a tree that housed an amazing number of birds. Listen to them chirp. Tucked away in the lush greenery is the garden shop and the Botanic House restaurant by Chef Luke Nguyen. I believe it is a degustation menu, but cheaper or alternative takeaway is available at the cafe downstairs. You can sit amongst the trees and enjoy nature in the heart of the city and harbour. As we continued to make our loop around a section of the gardens, we came across this pond and read an interesting fact about eels in the area. We never took notice of the signage before, but apparently eels cross the various ponds in the area by slithering across the grass to eat baby ducklings during breeding season. And then the ducklings eat the young eels for nutrients in this interesting circle of life. Of course, as the sign suggested, I had to take a quick look in the pond to see if I was able to spot any. We stopped for a light lunch before heading into the art gallery at another one of our favorite spots in Sydney. The little kiosk has changed throughout the years that we've been visiting, but whatever on offer is always nice, and of course the views always spectacular. It is just a nice and quiet little area to enjoy a refreshing or warm drink depending on the season. Anyway, let's head to the art gallery. But before we do, does anyone know what kind of tree this is? Its vines have turned into roots and have become extended branches onto the ground. Comment below if you know what tree this is. The Art Gallery of New South Wales is located in the Domain, a green space adjacent to the Botanic Gardens. It is the most important gallery space in Sydney and the largest in Australia. There is much construction outside the building because I believe they are planning to expand and develop the art space. The entrance is free, with the exception of special exhibits. We noticed that the usual classical wing was closed, but most of the other areas were open as normal. As we entered the space, I really loved the large abstract art on display and was quite inspired to make similar designs in my personal art exploration. I spied a little space for possible art classes too. Again, something I haven't noticed before. Before heading to the Matisse Alive display, I popped in to see the Way We Eat exhibit. It explores how food permeates life and culture through a series of artworks. I had two absolute favorites from this collection. One was this piece by Liu Xiaoshan titled The Way We Eat. Visually, it is an interesting commentary on the difference of form and function between Western and Eastern cutlery. Through this striking display, the viewer is then invited to think about not just form and functions of the utensils, but what they also connote on the cultural and societal levels. My other favorite was a spread of these knitted strawberries that were crafted so meticulously. On to the next exhibit, Matisse Alive. This collection of artwork is on view from November till April 2022. These are not to be confused with the actual Matisse collection that was open on the 20th of November, a couple weeks after our visit. There are a couple of public favorites as they were more interactive. The immersive video, The Pearl by Angela Tia, and the interactive magnetic piece by Robin White and Ebony Fafita. But for me, I think my favorite had to be the Polynesian quilts displayed as part of the exhibition. They were so vibrant. There is so much to see in the museum, and most of them are free. You can visit the permanent collection, which houses Australian art and artists, as well as European, international, and contemporary art. And that concludes our visit. Thanks for taking a walk with us. If you'd like to watch our other gallery visit to the Museum of Contemporary Art Sydney, check out our channel. We will be sharing more content like this, as well as continue with sharing our arty and crafty explorations. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a like and stick around and click that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next week. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and our WordPress blog @CedarMini.